It looks like BioWare has not learned its lesson from Dragon Age the Veilguard. Oh my gosh. I would say I can't believe it, but I absolutely can because these people are sick. And from what I've heard of my insiders inside the AAA gaming industry, at the top, they're true believers. They really want to push the message more than anything else, and they do not care. They really think it's just a setback, a bump in the road, that they're on the right path, and they think they can manipulate you based on what they put out there. They think that if they just push the pronoun thing hard enough, that eventually you'll just accept it, you'll give in. I don't think they understand gamers, though, and that's where they are failing so bigly over and over and over again. This is going to go very badly for BioWare, as Mass Effect 5 is going to be even worse than Andromeda. We're going to get into this in just a moment. Smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you, everybody, so much for getting us to 50,000 subscribers. Such a big week. And if you like space opera, if you like good stories that are just like epic war and the like Mass Effect, you're going to really, really enjoy my Arishan War trilogy right here. It's a 3-book series about a spy who embeds himself on an alien starship, and then, of course, he has to bring back information to humanity to help save the war against this mysterious Arishan race. But as he learns more about them, it's not exactly what it seems, and it goes really, really cool. I get into some deep stuff with some great science fiction here, guys, especially as it goes through the whole trilogy. So pick this up. It's in the description below, and it's a great Christmas gift for any science fiction fan. It's available on ebook, print, and audio, and like I said, grab all 3 books because it just really builds up so much. And I am writing right now a sequel trilogy to spin out of this, which is going to be fantastic. I'm so excited. I've never been writing something as fun in my life, and it's fun science fiction. That's what I focus on. Story, characters, science fiction elements, while these guys just focus on pronouns, skin color, etc. You see where the problem lies with the mainstream industry and why they fail so much. And this is exactly why they are losing money at rapid rates and why we're winning at rapid rates over here, because it's pretty obvious what the good is and what the bad is in this situation. And this is going to be very, very bad. A new rumor alleges BioWare's current build for Mass Effect 5 features pronoun selection. Now, we learned earlier this year that there are people within the industry trying to force this into all sorts of games, especially in like the RPG sort of genres out there. And they've been doing so for years and years and years. In fact, one transgender person wanted to shove it into World of Warcraft also. And this has been something that's been going across the industry. And the person who's been doing that Avowed game was all in on this as well. So we're seeing these pronouns stick further and further and further, especially, like I said, in RPG settings and the like. They already have put into Mass Effect pronouns. There's a board game edition of this, and there's a woke activist in the board gaming industry named Eric Lang, who's a designer, and he put on all the pronouns on all the character sheets just to make sure that you are forced to see that when you're playing a freaking board game of all things. It's so stupid. But this is what they want to do. They want to shove this in your face full time. It's going to backfire spectacularly if they go forward with this. I don't know if BioWare's learned anything from Dragon Age, but here it is. The rumor comes from Reddit user, Reddit API Blackout24, who shared it on Kotaku in Action, one of the best subreddits out there. If you guys are KIA people, hello. It has since been removed from the subreddit by moderators, of course, but they can't stop the signal. This is the thing. The people on here are where it goes, right? Nevertheless, the users shared, we got an all-hands-on-deck meeting last week. Devs were asked to delay features, art, and content that may be deemed too woke or political, claiming to be a BioWare insider, and defer them to future patches. So this is what they're going to try to do. They don't want to remove the woke. Like I said at the beginning of this video, they are all about this. They think they are on the side of right. They think they can eventually just manipulate you. They think they can lull you into senses of things. And this is what they've been doing in TV and movies too. If you notice, with TV shows and the like, they're waiting till like the 3rd or 4th episode now to drop a little bit of woke on you and sprinkle it in there and just like kind of put that into your face. This is what Disney just did with Star Wars Skeleton Crew. They had the first couple episodes that seemed like action fun, then the 3rd episode hits, and immediately that you get 2 mommies right in your face, right? And that's what they're trying to do now in order to push this agenda. They know they push too hard, but they think they can slow roll it and get you to boil. They think that you'll play the game anyway, that you'll be a simp for them, that you'll be their pay pig just because of the brand name alone, and then that if they can delay it and throw it into later patches, that you won't notice, right? And so what you got to do is just not get these games, even if it seems like it at first. there are still woke activists at BioWare. They're the people who have been going in on Mass Effect. You got to boycott this kind of thing. This franchise is not what it was. As QAS, we were tasked to report if we audit or detect anything that might resemble them so they can be fixed. The company wants to launch this game as clean as possible, introduced woke stuff silently through patches, and that's the deal. They're not going to advertise. So they thought they could advertise things as woke before. They thought they could go out there and get the media to stand for it and everybody would love it. It didn't work. They're not removing woke. The woke people have not been fired from these companies. I got to keep reiterating that as hard as I possibly can because I don't want people to get complacent. We've had huge victories so far in 2024, and we have to keep it going against these companies like BioWare because they are evil and they want to push this onto you as hard as they possibly can. And this is exactly what they're doing. They're trying to not talk about it. Again, the Disney example, the Acolyte was just completely advertised with like, oh, black girl, oh, lesbian space witches, wow, it's the gayest Star Wars ever. It failed. Skeleton Crew, they just went silent. They just put it in the third episode, didn't say anything about it, and that's how they're like doing they're like learning on their marketing. They're adapting like the Borg in Star Trek, right? And this is what they're trying to do. It's not that the Borg are going to change their commie evil ways, it's just that they're going to adapt in the way that they do it in order to assimilate you. That's all it's about. He concluded, I fear this might be industry-wide. They wouldn't be issuing this so early otherwise, so tread carefully, that's all. And yes, I've heard similar at Ubisoft. This is exactly what's going on with Assassin's Creed Shadows. They're trying to like de-emphasize some of the woke elements, but still keep it in there because they do believe in it. They're all in on it. And as Ubisoft just laid off a bunch of people, this is what's going to be happening with BioWare as it goes along. So we saw this was what happened with Dragon Age the Veilguard immediately. When this happened, when this came out early, that there were these weird top surgery scars and the like, and there was weird pronoun crap in it, and weird consequences if you misgender somebody in the story, that just turned gamers off right away, and they knew it, and they knew that they'd have low sales because of that. And so once that happened, they had to shift their focus to Mass Effect in hopes that they could still get people on that brand, which I don't know. I mean, are you even willing to come into a Mass Effect after Andromeda? I'm not. Personally, that was a disaster. What a terrible game. And so I don't have any faith in these people whatsoever. The leaker then shared the word woke was not used. It was inclusive content, which is the same thing. The leaker also claimed current build has a pronoun selection, and this is what they do. The current build has this. You can select your pronouns, and you can have your she, they, and all that, and that's exactly what they're trying to push as an early sort of thing right there. As for how they will inject the propaganda, he detailed some of it will have to do with decals and skins featuring LGBTQ plus flags. We also have decals and skins on the flags. They will be given alt names like Bubblegum Patch, or trans flag, the leaker wrote. That way they don't just like say it outright to you. You just have to kind of see it, and therefore they hope they can avoid the controversy. And Demian said very similar back in September. He said, according to my sources, this is one of the most damning allegations. Please listen. The game industry across plenty studios will start to market their games as devoid of identity politics and pandering almost completely. However, the actual content within these games in the future will not be altered or lessened in terms of the identity content, despite the tonal change in marketing. Simply put, many studios and publishers are all in on DEI and wokeness in the future. They are not changing that, and they still want you to consume this content whether you want to or not. They will now sell you the games by marketing them to you to trick you into thinking they're not woke, basically, and then you will buy it, and then sometimes someone in future experiences all the wokeness, I guess, will reveal itself, and you'll probably be too far into these games to refund them, and then these studios and publishers will make money. That's it. And that's all they care about. They want to push it on you. Like I said, they want to assimilate you. They really think that they can just do this by changing their marketing tactics, if nothing else, and that's exactly what's going on. Now, this is where we've got to be, my friends, because I posted this to X. This is how we have to identify. This is our new flag. This is this is our pronouns that we have to go by. We are non-binary, and this is what our movement has to be in order to win. BioWare is evil. Ubisoft is evil. They hate you. They want a modern audience to replace you, and they want you to come in and give them the money for them to try to market to do that to begin with, and to keep it going. It is a grift, and you have to push back. So please don't buy And that's it. Identify as non-binary, my friends, and we will win. Leave a comment down below. What do you think? Are you interested in Mass Effect pronouns? Oh my gosh, crazy stuff. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Like I said, there's no way I could play anything like this after Andromeda. I do not have any faith in BioWare. And as a science fiction writer, like I said, I write some really good stories, guys. Check this out. It's in the description below. Grab the whole trilogy today. And thank you so much for reading. We'll be back soon.